you unload the dishwasher? I'm just having a trouble bending over.
I didn't think that they were clean.
Oh, it hasn't been run?
I mean, I think it's been run, but I don't know how well the dishes were rinsed before they got put in. So they still have a decent amount of food on them even after being run.
You check?
And I pulled out multiple things and they were not clean.
Did it look like something Kevin might have stuck in there? Like after Nelly washing it?
This is a chronic problem.
That not only K-Bay has, in my opinion.
I mean, these look good to me.
Hence the chronic nature of the problem.
Well, what do you guys propose to do about it? Just run it again?
No.
Well, I just want this kitchen cleaned up by tonight. And so,
We kind of don't want anything to do with the dishwasher because of the problem we're describing. So I really don't want to be managing it since we don't load the dishwasher.
okay, well, maybe you guys could just clean up the dishes that are in the sink. Like by hand, if you don't have anything to do with the dishwasher.
That is how we usually wash our dishes.
The only reason there are still any dishes, as usual, because this is usually the reason also, is because there's not enough hot water to get through all the dishes in one go when there's lots of dishes.
There's not enough, I've never had a problem with there not being enough hot
Well,
water.
you don't wash your dishes by hand. You rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher, which is a much faster process.
So, do you run the water the whole time you're doing dishes?
Christopher does. I mean, sometimes I do too, but sometimes I soak. But I haven't used that method very much here.
Well, it just bothers me to see you guys sit around on your computers for hours on end when the kitchen still looks like trash. That's,
We don't really
Fine,
do
don't worry.
that. So
well, that's what's happening right now.
not really.
When you're tutoring, are you just sitting around on your computer?
I'm just saying.
Would it ever be morally just for me to describe it that way?
I'm just saying, there's
Yes or
dishes in
no?
the sink, and I'm seeing you guys in your mode where you're just gonna sit on the computers, go to bed, and no one's gonna do those dishes.
Oh,
Christopher just did dishes for an hour plus. He cleaned. There was a sink full of dishes before you went and did whatever you're doing, and then no one cleaned up their food in their dishes. So what? You were expecting Christopher to put away the thing you cooked and the thing K-Bay had in
Dishes
his
look
car?
fine to me, so you guys need to get over it. I'm just asking for help. I
Wait,
can't
oh
bend
wait,
down.
we need to get over it? You're the one who's bringing up this problem. So why are you saying it's us?
Okay, can someone unload the dishwasher?
No, we just went over that.
Can you get over it and unload the dishwasher?
No,
Please, someone, because I'm having trouble bending over, and we can't I can't cross.
we
this.
didn't load the dishwasher, so I'm not unloading the dishwasher.
I'm asking for help here. Because my
But we
back is
asked for
out.
help about the problem with the dishwasher to begin with.
Yeah, whatever. Just be selfish.
Alexander, that's my headphone.
tried stopping up the sink too, and I can't get any of the stoppers to work like they should.
There was one.
Yeah, I know there is one, but I can't get it to work.
Always works when I don't want it to work.
Exactly.
What time are we going downstairs? And is one of us doing the dishes in the sink?
You can go down whenever you want. I'm gonna take care of that fucking mess.
Don't unload the dishwasher.
I'm gonna unload the dishes from the dishwasher and wash them by hand and put them away. It's not worth it.
This is why you get no sleep. It's going to be a huge problem if you don't go to bed at the same time as I do tomorrow morning.
Okay, then I'll just finish the dishes in the sink like I was planning to.
That still doesn't tell me when we're going downstairs.
12:30.
So when are you doing the thing? Before that?
Okay, we'll go down at 1 o'clock then.
And what time are you doing the thing?
1:45. All right. Upon research and cooking, we have a
beautiful it is. With all this little math stuff.
Mhm.
And then it's code stuff down here, because that's the point.
You see,
I'm not looking this shit just to do math.
just to do math, you're not gonna be a mathematician.
No. So I need to have the application of it in math and programming
Yeah,
too.
the real world skill.
Uh-huh. So not only do I have to display this math shit, but I also have to display my code in these reference documents, these educational reference documents. And in order for me to properly use them going forward, they have to be beautiful. You know, if it's ugly, I'm not going to use it. Or at least I'm not going to use it as much as I should.
Yep.
And look at the way that I would have to fucking make it in Google Drive. Because the shit doesn't copy. Like if I just do copy paste, this is how the math comes out, okay? And the code comes out like so.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What about Word?
That's a good question.
Did you find any other solution?
Oh, I could make a Notion database out of it. And then after making the Notion database with all of my information in it, it can be sold.
Well, there you go.
So, like, it's literally just a course that's all put together all pretty.
Yes. Yeah.
That can be sold. Do you want to become an AI game dev?
Well, you just use this course.
Only took me 2 years.
You see.
But I guess it's worth checking. Oh, I don't have Word on here because I can get Microsoft Word for free on my phone, but it's paywalled. The whole app is paywalled on the computer. You can't get it from the Microsoft Store without paying
it's
money.
fucking nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be that way. I'm surprised it's not like that everywhere, but I guess they just do the app as a loss leader
I guess.
because that's a smaller market for them because they're all corporate.
Okay, since I don't have Microsoft Word, all I have is WordPad. And
That ain't it, Chief.
this is
No, obviously WordPad is not going to get the job done.
no, don't save. Nothing else anymore. Notion database is, I suppose.
It's a better solution anyway. More long term. Who cares if it takes longer year?
It's gonna take me 2 fucking years anyway.
It's gonna take a long time no matter what. And don't you want to be able to turn around and just sell that experience to everyone else that needs it and wants it right afterward?
Or even give it away for free. Which
Either
would be,
either way, you're selling it to them.
I know. I would get so famous for giving it away
The
for free.
fuck, right?
All that knowledge.
Right? Right? Exactly
And I
the
need
kind.
to give it away for free. That's the exact kind of thing I need to do at that point.
Uh-huh.
Because all the money that would come in after that, LOL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only teaching people like how to get to the point of actually being able to contribute in the world of AI.
Mhm.
So I want to give that to people for free.
Just the views that you would get alone would pay your bills.
Yes. Because people will be like, help me,
Yeah. You'd be like,
teach me.
here, this is how you do it. Live on air.
Mhm.
It's a great thing.
All this information is already online. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just a matter of spoon feeding it to people and making it easier for them to do that for themselves.
it's probably already all neatly compiled somewhere too. But people,
Advertising, etc., and it's not well compiled enough,
Mhm.
formatted, etc.
but there's never enough of it compiled,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
like,
and it's
people
also-
always, even if it is all compiled, people need someone to hold their hand through learning that shit.
Plus, it loses its currentness, and also people that make things like that, even people that make things like that, even the good ones, are really, there's so much room for improvement.
I'm gonna have to figure out what documents I've already created in Google Drive that need to be added to this fucking database, and this database is gonna be pretty big because it's gonna keep track of all of my stuff.
Which stuff specifically?
All of my coding stuff.
Wait. Well, at least it's just your coding stuff. I know.
At least it's just my coding stuff.
Alright, so we're looking and we're gonna check out Steve Ramsey's.
Just coding. String or nothing.
I just wanted to crack this problem. But I have to make a Notion database, and then I have to do math.
Welcome to real life, motherfucker. This is that pelvic existence.
Shoot me.
Yeah, this is why normies all tell you to be a normie.
Yeah, but I am being a normie.
No, we're physically incapable.
Yeah, this is me giving it my best attempt. Legit. I'm literally doing all of this just to get a job.
No, sadly, the world has degenerated so much that what you're doing is no longer considered normie in any way. A normie would be like if you had stayed in college no matter the cost, or if you went out and got like a BITO or a full-time job every moment that you're not actively in school full-time. That's what normies do.
Yeah. I've been there and I've done that almost, and it wasn't for me. So legit, this is as good as it gets for me being a normie.
You see,
I legit am. This is me trying to get a normie job.
that's that. You see, but not in a normie way.
Well, why would I do that? A normie way is doing what Ross is doing, which is being ridiculously unfucking qualified and not putting in enough time on his own time and trying to get the job and being mad every time he doesn't. No offense, Ross, but still,
Well, I mean,
it is very normie.
he's not quite living. That's the norm. That's how a normie be a normie failure of a normie. That's not the norminess.
Oh, okay, but it's certainly very common for pretty much
It's a-
everyone who graduated from the boot camp.
It's not a rare thing to experience as part of the normie lifespan.
It seems like almost everyone who graduated from that boot camp, since the boot camp didn't prepare you properly, because it wasn't enough time and you didn't get enough information.
Yeah, it was so sad.
So you don't know enough to be a good candidate
I know.
at the end.
Yeah, it's depressing as hell.
So like every single person who graduated is like either in this position where they have to like go through their own boot camp again at the end of the boot camp,
Right.
or they're just like trying their best to get a job that they don't look good for on paper.
Which
They look okay,
so
but not good.
yeah, right. Which those are both horrible options. The only halfway decent way to be in that situation is if you're like pursuing both of those routes and you have someone supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fucked up.
I would just rather keep my head down for however long is necessary until I can pop my head up and be as a good candidate instead of putting my name out there.
Yeah.
I'm not applying for shit when I'm not
No.
confident. If I can't be confident in the job interview, I'm not applying
Well,
for the job.
if I don't think I would do a good job at the job,
Yeah.
like on day one,
Yes.
then that's not a good situation to be in.
Correct. I want to be in over my head on day one.
Yeah. Fuck that.
At a big girl job, LOL. That's absolutely not.
Right.
I'm going to need a lot of battery acid to get through building all of this. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful. Okay, put the laptop to the side. Vape. Everything will feel easier after you take the vape. Deidre. If only I could make my husband take the vape.
Cause you're such a little cheapy coon, cheap.
I always fight against healing.
You always fight against healing,
Yes.
such as the nature of negative femininity. What were you gonna say?
Whenever it's like I subconsciously know the thing will help,
Yeah.
and then I don't. Then I try to avoid it as much as
Yeah.
possible.
You're like, help?
Yeah. It's weird. I'm doing it right now. You see.
You see, this is that's the woman's version of peacocking. You see,
Peacock.
yeah, the male peacock has its feathers, for one reason and one reason alone, which is other than the fact that they look beautiful. In every other way, they detract from his ability to survive. And that's the point. It's sexy to still be able to survive as a male peacock, even with these ridiculous
I
feathers.
just don't. I see
getting in
that,
your way.
but I don't see how it's sexy that I avoid help healing.
Well, because that much extra rescuing.
What?
That makes you need that much extra rescuing. You need some dude to be like, hey, snap out of it.
Oh, so you're saying I make myself more attractive to men by doing that? God,
That's where it comes from
I
evolutionarily.
see.
Yes.
Right, you have to leave the door open for being saved. You can't just jump in and save it yourself too quickly,
Yeah.
or else you make there not be enough room for a man as a female.
Plus, you waste a shit ton of energy constantly jumping to save yourself.
Yeah, you have too many problems.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just do work.
Well, first of all, you're designed to notice all the problems all the time, everywhere.
Yes.
So if you also jump to fix all the problems, you're just going to immediately die. like turning yourself into a tiny little philosopher's stone and then casting wish or some shit.
Yeah.
should turn up the rate for this one because she needs to be paid.
Cause you're my cheapy cookie teacher.
Now don't talk to me about this with the yapping.
You would never have to do things.
Yes, I wish.
Yes.
Not really, but
We know them, we love them. Women. They wish they would never have to do things, but not really. That's how they feel.
yeah.
It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing to be. So it's a funny thing for the emotional part of you to be so much closer in size to the logical part of you than it is for a man.
Say that again.
The funny thing about women is that the emotional part of a woman is so much closer in size to the logical part of them versus how it is in a man.
I thought the logical part was small. Because women are irrational.
The funny thing about, oh no, that's the interesting part. That's it. We gotta remember how everyone's much more than 100% in general. So the thing about women is that they tend to have moderate amounts of everything.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go? I was about to hit the vape.
I wanna go.
But you have dishes and stuff to do.
I'm busy doing.
Yeah. So you're making noise in there. There it is.
See, you waited so long, now you extra are in a super huge crisis and need tons of help.
What am I supposed to do?
You have to be rescued by me for them.
Are you bringing him back up here?
Probably. Get out your nipples.
I realized that the dishes that are in the dishwasher right now, about half of them were left in the sink by suddenly two huge gigantic sinks of dishes showed up from you guys. Cups, all kinds of things I didn't even recognize. I don't know if you did another sweep up downstairs or how that all ended up in the sink. And they sat there for 2 days this week in the sink up here. And I had asked Christopher a couple times about it, and they still didn't get done. And this has been the pattern for months, ever since you guys moved in. I guess you just decided you weren't gonna do dishes because you didn't want to be up here or whatever at the time. So because of that, or what, whatever reason you guys couldn't see fit to do your dishes, what started happening was I just wanted to get them out of my kitchen. Neither of you guys run water on your dirty dishes when they're sitting in the sink. You don't even run water on them. They sit there corrodated for days. Okay, so if I didn't completely wash all that corrodated stuff off of dishes that aren't even mine, now I have to deal with the fact that, yeah, I probably slapdashed those dishes into the dishwasher because they're not even mine. And now I have to deal with people saying, oh, I can't interface with that because they're just not perfect. Well, they were your dishes. And I got stuck doing them. And I hated every minute of it.
That doesn't explain the problem happening the whole rest of my life too.
Yeah, and you're not the only person who cleans up other people's dishes in this house.
Oh, really? Well, here's another thing. Have you ever heard that the person that cooks doesn't do the dishes?
No.
Okay, well, that's how I do things. If I
Okay,
stand
you
there,
have to have other people
if
agree.
I buy the
You
food,
can't
if
just
I stand
decide
there
that.
for an hour and a
You
half
don't just get to
preparing
decide that
dinner
on
for
your own.
everybody,
You don't
you
just
want
get
me
to
to stand
decide
there
that
for
on
an hour then
No,
and do
because
the
that's
dishes?
what I do. I don't expect for you to do my dishes when I sit there for an hour
Actually, for the past 4 months, you haven't
No,
expected
actually,
me
I
to do your
haven't.
dishes.
and a half. You're not about to sit here and say that I expect for you to do my dishes after me. You're just not going
Oh,
to.
because because you think it's okay that you can just bring those dishes up and leave them in the sink.
No,
Or
that's
leave your
happened.
dishes-
That's happened like maybe once or twice, and nowhere
Oh,
near as long
I
as you're
wrote 2
saying.
eviction notices over it. Deidre, it's
Yes.
been happening for
No,
4 months on a
actually,
daily
No,
basis.
I don't agree. I've been here. I don't agree that it's
Well,
happened
for
at the
months you
frequency.
were barely up here,
No, that's not even true.
and you were
I
hoarding
was up
dishes
here-
down there,
That I was up here less than I am now,
and you were
and
hoarding
that's not
dishes down
true.
there.
So no,
And then
we're not
every
about to,
once in a while, all these dishes
we're not
would
about to
come up.
play the Linda exaggeration game because
It-
Linda's pissed.
Look,
We're not gonna do that.
I am very pissed.
So
I spent 2 hours driving you guys around to get your stuff today. I spend my last dime to keep you guys.
you should probably try to have this conversation when you're
Happy.
not being irrational.
You know what?
Just saying. Maybe calm down, then we can have
It
the
is not
conversation.
okay.
When you
It is not
when
okay
you
when
can
someone
have-
is giving you this much support
when you can
and
have
this much love and this much care. Support and care and love for all of you guys, all 3 of you. Time spent from my life.
and what you're accusing
It
us
is
of.
not okay that then you bring all your dishes up here. They sit for 2 days, and because
They
I
didn't
didn't
sit
sit
for
there
2 days.
and polish them.
Again, we're playing the Linda exaggeration game. It wasn't 2 days.
It was 2
No, I
days.
don't agree.
It was
And
2
we're not
days
about
I
to play this
watched.
game. We're
It
not
was
about to
2
play this
days.
game, Linda.
I watched.
We're not about to play this game.
I watched. It was
You
2
need to
days.
have this conversation when you're not too pissed to
So
not
I hope you
exaggerate.
understood that when you looked
you
at the
need to
dishes
do
in
this
the
conversation
dishwasher,
again when you cannot exaggerate the claims you're making.
Deidre,
You
it
need
is
to-
not okay how you're treating me.
I could
It is not okay.
the way you're
After all the support I gave you today,
the way you're treating me right now.
I
not
can't
okay.
even bend over because I was helping Christopher with the baby so you could
Again,
sleep the
your
other day.
decision. Your decision to not
No.
work out and to let your back get completely terrible by the age of 50, and now you can't even pick up a 20-pound baby.
You know
That is
what?
your decision, Linda.
Deidre,
I'm not about to take this stuff.
internet is gone.
Keep screaming
Internet is gone.
like we didn't deal with that the last time.
You need to know who to respect in this situation.
I think I'm showing enough respect for the situation.
How perfectly ridiculous.
I agree.
You do not stand in my house and say things like that to me.
I didn't say
You
anything.
do not. When I pour my love out on your family so that you can take a nap and Christopher can do his gardening, and I pour my love out on this baby, you do not say to me,
I didn't.
oh, you didn't take care of yourself your whole life. No, Deidre,
experiencing a psychotic break and you are abusing my son.
Don't worry, it's recorded. All of this, and you're totally planning on doing the dishes.
And did fuck tons of them
Already.
and enjoyed doing it.
This is ridiculous.
Perfectly, yeah. Perfectly.
Am I responsible for the fact that she let herself go? No. Like, I'm sorry that her back hurts, but that doesn't make me responsible for unloading the dishwasher, especially when I didn't load it. You're planning on helping her with that, so it's not even a big deal.
Mhm.
She doesn't just get to say, I have to unload the dishwasher because her back hurts.
Mhm.
Even if it does hurt because she picked up my son.
Which I kept reminding her not to do too much.
She would have to pick him up once.
And I kept warning her that it would not be easy or necessarily even safe.
Take him down and change him. You still shouldn't do the dishes today. You should just get up and do them in the morning so that we can get to bed at a proper time.
I know.
It's about that time, isn't it?
It is.
It's like she thought you'd be like, oh no, what's up to do the dishes now? And she said, Internet, go on.
She just doesn't understand, but that's okay.
receiving a different tune tomorrow.
We're soon enough.
Well, especially when she sees you do the dishes tomorrow.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be retarded.
Whatever. It's always retarded.
Anyway, are you coming down now? Let it be known that she escalates volume completely on her own.
That was you need to replicate that, Deidre. That was good.
Uh-huh. I don't wanna hear her talking shit about me yelling at her yet. She's just as bad as me, if not worse.
How do you say good night in Japanese, Deidre? Oyasumi? Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai. Chibui. Sayonara. Oyasumi nasai.